Hi guys, so I wanted to make this video real quick. I have had a lot of people have messaged me and said, okay, I want to make this transition. I want to be healthy with my family, but we have a lot of bad habits. What do we do? Well, here's two things that we started doing that you can implement into the things you're doing to help make this transition. The very first thing I looked at was breakfast. That's the healthiest meal of the day, and we were feeding our kids oatmeal, and I thought, yeah, we're doing great. We're feeding them something filling and nutritious, but it was really this store-bought oatmeal, so it was like sugar-laden and not so good for you. And so that's where I started first. And what I did is I went and got some instant oats that were plain. And then I got all the different fixings. I got apples, I got bananas, strawberries, and blueberries. I got walnuts, I got honey and cinnamon, and I laid it all out, and I kind of made it like the frozen yogurt places, where I was like, yay, we get to do our own mix-ins. And so, of course, Scooter went right for the, well, I want my brown sugar and maple syrup oatmeal. But I knew that this was going to be small changes bring big results. And there's going to be a process, and I was okay with having a place to start. So now I was in control over what went into his oatmeal. And this process took close to a year to really transition. But we did the brown sugar and maple syrup oatmeal. But now I was in control of how much went in, and so I slowly started to put in less and less brown sugar. Until one day, I put it in front of him, and he didn't say a word and ate it up, and it only had the maple syrup in it. And that was the last time I've ever put brown sugar in their oatmeal. And then I decided I was going to start decreasing the amount of maple syrup. And so I did that a little bit more, and I'm happy to report that after a year, at 6 years old, Scooter now eats 1/3 to 1/2 cup of oatmeal in the morning with a teaspoon of maple syrup. And not your Aunt Jemima maple syrup. Message me if you want to get the syrup that we order. We order off of Amazon. But yeah, so that was really helpful, and very helpful to have that be the thing first thing in the morning. It's really made a difference, so they're not getting a sugar buzz first thing in the morning. And speaking of sugar buzzes first thing in the morning, I mean, we don't do juice. If my kids want juice, we cut up the fruit and put it in the blender, and we make real juice. But at the time, we were buying caseloads of the V8 Fruit Fusion, and I was thinking, yes, half a serving of fruit, half a serving of vegetables, I'm rocking it. And that's not the case at all. But so never fear though, because like I said, we bought caseloads of this stuff. So what I did was I would start to dilute it little by little. This one took about 1.5 years for Andy, 2 years for Scooter. And so I started to dilute it a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, until it was actually about 50% water, 50% juice for Andy. And when she took a drink, she was like, oh, Mom, what is this? This is gross. I was like, oh, I put some fruit juice in your water to flavor it. And she's like, stop it. It tastes awful. So that was the last time she had juice. Come here. Do you want to say hi? That was the last time she had juice ever. Scooter kind of was a little bit more wise. He's like, Mom, what you doing? I'm noticing things are changing. And so I actually, thank goodness, have been talking to him about the importance of being healthy, and the importance of not eating too much sugar. So I explained to him that juice has a lot of sugar, and I wanted to make sure that he was getting the best nutrition and being as healthy as he could, so he could run fast at his next race. And so he, at that point, was like, well, then why are you giving it to me at all? So see, kids are smart. You explain things to them in terms and emotional understanding that they can grasp, and they are smart. So let's see, Gigi, how old are you? You're 21 months old. She's 21 months old, and Gigi has never had juice before, ever. And are you sad about it? No. Do you feel deprived? Right. So that's just two tactics that we use. The first one is to just take something that you already are giving them and find a way to change it up. If you're giving them cereal, change it up and you know, make it fun about making your own type of cereal. Or say, hey, we're going to try oatmeal because this is cool and you get to put in your own stuff. If you're doing something and giving them something and it's not the best for them, see if you can, I would say, dilute it. Even something like ice cream. We have our banana ice cream that we make. And so we would mix that in with some of the regular ice cream, and we would mix it in and mix it in and mix it in and mix it in until they were just eating simply plain the banana ice cream, period. And so our kids haven't had ice cream. They have ice cream on a birthday, maybe, but otherwise we do the banana ice cream instead. And so just those two tactics have really helped us be able to make the small changes. It takes time, but it's well worth it.